Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your man DJ Roxy from Roxy Entertainment coming to you with another video. And you know what we are about today. Today it's another podcast with Roxy podcast. And we got a special guest in the building, Mr. Mike Lee.
What up, Rox? What up,
That's
DJ
right.
Roxy?
Yo.
You on the one and the twos, Rox. You doing your thing today.
Yeah, man, doing my thing, my brother.
Yes, sir.
I invited Mr. Mike Lee to my podcast today because he's legend when it comes to the music industry and the knowledge that he has about the music industry. For those that don't know you, introduce yourself, man.
Well, I'm going to have to give him the short version, babe.
All right.
And I want him to know as we begin to talk and the things that we share, I usually charge for this, but because you're my man, there's no charge.
All right, no problem. All right.
I'm from Detroit. The game is still, it's to be sold and not just told.
Not so.
By the way, I like the way you're rocking that Detroit hat today. Thank
That's
you.
Right. That's right. And this was a gift from him. So watch this. So when you see this hat, Mr. Mike Lee bought this hat for me. Original. This is no fake hat.
No.
Everything original around here.
Now, and I had to make sure it was the original.
Yeah.
I don't want no damn band in the back of it. He don't want that funny one. You want the authentic.
That's right.
But listen, let me just go here a little bit, so we can move it forward.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I'm in Carolina by way of California. Was very blessed at a young age and to start out in entertainment. And, in Detroit, one of the things that you get for Christmas, you get an instrument. You don't get no toy.
All right.
you get an instrument, baby.
Yeah.
You in the window, you in the front of the mirror doing the temptation walk. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way the streets were. Everybody was on the corners doo-wopping,
That's right.
It's 11 in my family, so.
Wow.
I didn't have no dad around, so moms was out working 2 jobs, so I'm hanging with my oldest brothers, my cousins, and things like that. So they were all out on the corner drinking wine at the time. They call it reefer. They don't call it what y'all call it today. They call it reefer. They were smoking reefer. Drinking wine, and doo-wopping and popping fingers with the pump fades and the scarves on their head.
Right.
So that's what the Detroit scene was. But growing up, I started playing in elementary school. I played I wanted to play the trumpet, but I never forget Maurice Potts. He was dope on the trumpet. He played first string. Wow. So I had to play the cornet if I wanted to be first string, or I had to be third string trumpet. I don't like to be third nothing, so I played the cornet.
Yeah.
I played the trumpet. My brother played the baritone, another 3-valve instrument. So I could easily play that because it was, we read music the same thing. It's the same reading on music.
Correct.
And, every good boy deserves fudge. They taught you all.
Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, what happened is we were all in bands. Like I said, we got instruments for Christmas and things like that. Then from elementary school to junior high to high, I played for junior high school as well. But then high school, that's where it got thick at. Plus, I was hanging out a little bit, but the high school bands was incredible. And so I was like, you know what? I can't play like you guys, but I have a passion for music. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to represent you guys. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but I was going to do it.
Understand? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I started doing was, all the studios that were in Detroit at the time with all the talent that's going on in Motown, one studio I had a chance to work out of. When I say work out of, that's go get the coffee and go get lunch.
Yeah.
That's work. You know what I'm saying? Or you couldn't be around.
I know. And I can relate to that because when I started out in the music business, and I know I shared this story on my YouTube channel, how I started out in music. Like I was a coffee guy in the studio for nearly a year. I was cleaning the toilet in the studio, coffee guy, opening the doors. For me to learn what I learned, and that's why I came to the point where, a lot of young cats, they don't understand that. You understand? They want you to help them out all the time. Help. But, they're not smart enough. When you're dealing with stuff like that, I always ask the other person you want help from if they need help.
That's what you bring to the table.
What you bring into the table.
How can you contribute?
How can you contribute?
Absolutely.
Not just take because you think that the other person can help you. Like, hello. That's not the way to go.
You even being the DJ that you are, I have friends that are also, DJs on your level and things. And what they did was, it was a requirement. And we're not in the album age anymore. But they would make the guys carry crates of albums just to learn the game around them.
That's right.
Because you had to learn the culture. Nobody's
Correct.
giving you anything.
Correct.
So, and it was amazing. I'm like, man, why the hell you got this guy carrying these albums? Mike, come on, man, you know what's up. I said, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, man. But so what happens is this here. You know, I have a cousin that's that is also major in the business, and my uncle played professional baseball in Detroit,
Yeah.
and so my cousin, he ended up out west, and I'll just get right to it. We started out, and I cut my teeth in the game with a guy by the name of Mr. MC Hammer.
Correct.
why I cut my
Correct. You
teeth.
hear that? You hear that, guys?
And so, you know,
Big
and
names are calling right now.
I was on the business side of things too, because
Yeah.
I was shopping acts, you know. And back then, but prior to that, just got to give you this little piece. When I said that I was going to just start representing you guys, so I would get a studio recording, and what I would do is I would send it out to the labels, because Motown at this time was out in California, and the other labels. And what I would do is send music out. I didn't know that they couldn't accept your music like that. So if you didn't know anybody in the building, you can't get nobody
can't
on
get
the
anybody
phone,
to-
no
yep.
damn VP or president.
Yep.
So what I would do is I would call out there to follow up on my mailing, and I get a damn intern.
Yep.
But what I did was I started talking to the intern,
Yeah.
and I created a relationship with the intern.
Exactly. With
After
the
a while, the
small guy
intern-
to make
Yeah.
your way up. to the
Yeah,
eye.
after a while, intern got
Yeah.
promoted.
That's
you know,
correct,
he,
correct.
he had a regular job all of a sudden. Then he was a little manager, and then he was a VP. Well, guess what? Now I got relationships
Now
with
you got a
VPs.
relationship. Exactly.
Because we came up together in that respect. So that's something. It took some time, man. It wasn't, nobody gave us anything. You had to keep your due diligence. You had to stay forward, and you know, and not never ever give up. I mean, that's real talk. I know it
Real
sounds
talk,
cliche.
real talk.
I know it sounds cliche.
Yeah.
Listen, can't nobody tell you what you can't do in this game out here. Period.
Correct.
Same guy that you know that you're knocking today is on top of the world tomorrow. Zoom. Fast forward to the Hammer scenario.
Yeah.
I actually signed. I had two producers. They was known as the Hines brothers. Andre Hines, DJ Duncan Hines. I signed them to Hammer. I had a group called HBI, which stood for Harsh But Intelligent, and they were a teen group, but they were amazing. There was two rappers and one female singer.
Nice.
And then I was managing a group in Detroit known as Detroit's Most Wanted. Y'all look that up, DMW.
Look it up. Look it up.
City
I'm
of
sure
Boom,
put
putting
that.
suckers to sleep.
That's right.
Young Lee, Mossy Ski, DJ Junkin Hines.
Uh-huh.
Look it up, baby.
Yeah.
That time we had to deal with Ichiban Records. Ichiban was based out of Atlanta. So we were really ahead of the game in Detroit with a whole lot. But just look it up. You'll see. Don't listen to me. Listen to Google. Listen
Yeah.
to somebody y'all trust.
Yep.
You know, but if you want to listen to me, I got to tell you this. My girl said, she said, she bought it. We were over in Paris, and she bought a T-shirt, and I didn't know she bought the T-shirt, and she wore it to work, and it says, "Why listen to Google?" Because her guy know everything. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But anyway,
Oh, wow.
anyway, man, listen.
That's a good one.
Yes, sir. we get out. I get out to California. It was very. It was an amazing experience. We, man, listen. I can tell you this here. You know, we traveled the world. You know, you're touring 6 nights a week, and you're on a plane 6 days a week. You don't even put your seatbelt on anymore. You're doing other things.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know.
Correct.
But I mean, it's just that then that experience having to work with arguably the biggest star in the world at that time.
Yeah.
I worked on both the recording side and the management side. We probably had, at that time, I used to say the largest African-American artist management firm. But well, we're probably just one of the largest management firms in the nation, because we didn't just manage Hammer and Angie B and 357, which was in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I don't know. I'll forget some. But we had Heavy D.
Wow.
We had H-Town, SWV,
Ladies
Ralph
and gentlemen, you heard the names. You heard the name. Big
Aaron
names are calling.
Hall, Dougie Fresh.
Yes.
Our tours, when we open up our tours, we're flying around on the plane. TLC was an opening act on our tours. In Vogue, opening act on our tours. These are global, excuse me,
Yeah.
these are global acts that
Right.
are like number one in their field. Excuse me. They were opening acts for us. Michelle Lay, things like that. So when you get a chance to learn the business inside out and work with the talent that we were blessed to work with, and I'm not going to get a whole story on that right now, because I was there several years, and we can't sit here several years on a microphone. So I just want to kind of get
Kind of,
how
yeah,
where we
yeah,
are
yeah,
today.
yeah.
And
Kind
as
of
we
scrape the
begin,
surface.
I promise to be
Yeah,
back because I want to share more knowledge and information.
correct,
And if
correct.
somebody can take something from it and learn from it, then so be it. Please do it.
Yeah.
Um, Moving forward, an attorney friend of mine sent me a package here. While I was in California, sent me a package on an artist here. And I'll say the artist name. You know, the kid was Keno Watson. Y'all know Keno Watson. He's from Carolina here. He had a big record, Bring It On. It was spinning 45 times a week on Power 98 here. I came here, did the deal with Columbia Records, Sony Music, Michael Malden, Jermaine Dupri's dad, who was
Wow.
running at that time what they called a black music division. Today it's called urban music division.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I identified another group called Perfect Blend, signed them to Epic Records. I actually had 2 deals in the Sony building at the same time from Axe right here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow.
Charlotte, North Carolina has a plethora of talent. I think things go every 20 years in cycle. We never had a big hip hop artist out of Charlotte, North Carolina until like the Baby came along.
Correct.
I'll just be honest with you, like
Yeah.
stratospheric. Prior to that, R&B was stratospheric here. I know because I've worked with a lot of them that came out of here. You know, you're talking about Horace Brown. That's One for the Money. You're talking about
Correct. Correct.
Jodeci. You're talking about Anthony Hamilton, Sunshine Anderson, Sharifa. And I know I'm missing some of y'all, so don't trip on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm missing some right now. But I'm saying, man, that was 20 years ago, all this talent. At that time, Charlotte was nothing like it is today. So to have that type of talent coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina was simply amazing. But I ended up managing songwriters and producers, did some of the biggest records in the world, won a couple of Grammys. My producer of record at the time was Darius Diesel Harrison. We did the Lollipop record on Lil Wayne along with Jim Johnson and Static Major. Again, Google it up.
Big record.
You know,
Big
yeah.
record. And
We
you
did
guys know
also.
that. Yeah.
We also did with my other producer at the time, Eric Bluetooth Griggs. We did the No Air record on Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, along with Found Troy as a writer. We did it in the Underdog studio. So the Underdogs, anytime you record it, let me give y'all some game. The status of the Underdogs, Harvey Mason Jr. and that organization, anytime that you record in their studio, they get a percentage of your recording, whether they're present or not.
Wow.
But
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand this part of the business, you know what I mean? And you know, like being around you, I learned a lot about the business because me myself, you know, I had a lot of bad contracts in my past. So, but you know, understanding, being around you and understanding the business, especially when you know, you share some knowledge on me on the 360 deal,
yeah.
you know, because for me that was like the worst of the worst. That was like a nightmare. But when you break it down, and this is the thing, you know, people quick to go and talk negative about a specific contract, you know, but you don't have no knowledge about that specific contract. You know, when you got people like yourself who can, you know, bring light to that and make you understand that, hey, it's not what you think.
Well, let's break it down real quick.
Yeah.
Because everybody, oh, the 360, I'm not doing that. You're not going to be in the business. Because you got to understand something. Quit listening to what your homeboys say. Get some real knowledge and understanding. And the way that I've always did it was put myself on the other side of the ledger. And now let's see, does it make sense?
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
if you look at it, you say, well, what happened was this here. And I can tell you some history, but I'm not going to call any names on it. Because what was happening was when Southern music, Southern hip-hop started hitting the market, New York wasn't hip to the game, right? So what would happen is individuals would have, at that time we were doing, you know, the barcode, the sound scan.
Yeah.
On your record.
Yeah.
So what would happen is they had relationship with retail stores. Hell, you can buy Snickers and it looked like, and they would wand, you know, your code as if though the record was sold. So now I can go to New York saying, look at my sales. I'm already can get some airplay because a couple dollars I can get on air. Promotion, I can get on air.
You get in there, yeah.
I can get just enough airplay to make some noise, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then what happens is it look like I'm moving units, but really
you're moving unit, you're
I'm
not moving
selling
anything.
Snickers, baby.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
selling Snickers. Now Snickers, I don't want to knock on Snickers.
No, no.
Disclaimer, they ain't
No.
Snickers. Matches, I don't care what it is.
We completely understand.
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
So, because what would happen is you take the music up to New York, you get a meeting. Universal was good for it too. You get a meeting, you stick your CD in there. They don't know what the hell they listen to. They're not hip to the game down in southern hip hop.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they would say, turn their chair around, see. Let me see if it's got any airplay. Let me see if it's got any sales. Oh, it does. I tell you what, here's 400,000. Here's 500,000.
Yep.
Let's go make it. And then the shit flops.
Flops. Yeah.
It was a flop to begin with.
It was a flop to begin with. Yeah,
some of the
exactly.
stuff shot through the roof, and that's how some of the bigger name artists got on like this. No names, no.
I completely understand.
Game.
Yeah, it was game. It was game.
You know
It
what
was
I'm
game.
saying?
It was
So,
game. It was game.
And what happens is, as we move forward, the industry began to lose. Now they're spending all this money. Record sales, technology changed. Napster and other things came where you can get music free. The record companies are damn near going out of business. They're like, hold on a second. Here's what they're doing. I can give you a deal, sign you, even if you give you a deal, in just one single, you can get what we call, you can be a millionaire off a single. How so? Well, listen, a record company's not going to make a dime. Record companies can sign $1 million contract. At that time, videos, $150,000, $200,000, put a $150,000 video behind you, bam. They paying street promotions, another $100,000. That's a hustle game. We'll talk about that later. But street promotions, now they got $250 in you, and they may have gave you a couple dollars so you can go get your silverware and things like that. Look good.
Yeah.
Right? So you $250 in. The record label $250 in, $250,000.
$250,000.
Only thing selling is a damn single. Well, you know, if a single sells, if you guys out there know what a single do today, like Dej Loaf. Dej Loaf is from Detroit. I like our Detroit artist. She's an amazing artist. She was touring on her single. And though she's got many records, I'm just talking about her first major single.
Yeah.
She was getting almost $30,000 a show. Now think about this.
Wait. One record?
One record. To be exact,
she was making that kind of money?
Yeah, one record.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's Dej Loaf. You know, well, let's break it down and say that. Let's say you don't know what you're talking about, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's say you can only get $15,000 off a single. So I'm gonna break it down in half.
Yeah.
$15,000. If I get 3 shows a week, that's $45,000 a week. Now, for numbers' sake, let's round it off to $50,000 so we can count easy, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting $50,000 a week, and it's 4 weeks in a month. That's how much money? That's $200,000.
Correct.
And if I just work 10 months out of the year and take 2 off, that's $2 million I gross.
Correct.
Now, I have $1 million. Even if I paid out half of it with paying my staff, my taxes, I still got it. And that's only from touring. I haven't talked about merchandise, the 2 biggest dollar revenues in the
especially
game.
now, you know, where everybody is
merchandise.
selling T-shirts and selling this and selling that, even socks.
Listen,
like
a merchandise contract is millions to these groups out here.
Yeah.
So I'm just being very conservative when I tell you. So now you can see, not to mention, on that single, you can get a pub deal.
Yeah.
You can get an endorsement deal. You can get sponsorship. All these revenue streams that's coming from a single. And the record company was not sharing these revenue streams, but they was the ones that put you out there. Now, let me ask you. You're the record company. You gave this man $250,000 into his agreement. The only thing selling is a single. You don't get your money back. Is that cool? Do you want your money back? Because your ass about to be broke. You about to be on the street.
Yeah, correct.
I don't care if I give a kid $25 for a lemonade stand. When they sell that damn lemonade, I want my money back.
You want your money back.
Yeah, but I'm not going to take it all at one time and bankrupt them. I'm going to say, you know what? Just pay me $5 a week.
Yep.
And then now we're off and flying. Then we'll do a split.
You see the money. Yeah, you'll see the money with the years, and it's coming true.
So here's what happened. The record labels say, well, in order for us to remain in business, we have to now share these other revenue streams because we're putting you on. If I'm going to put you out there, let's make money together. So they quit that. They want to be a partner now. Now, here's the key about the 360 deal. The less leverage you have, the greater the percentage split. So 50-50. Like if I sign an artist right now and they have nothing going, I can just look at them and say, yeah, you're talented as hell.
Yeah, but
I'm put all my relationships on the line, putting all my money out there.
Yep.
I'm doing all of this. It's 50-50. We're going to be partners, bro. I don't want to manage you. Listen, I'm a manager.
Yeah.
So you'll get that just because. But if you want to pay somebody an additional 20%, that's on you. But I will partner with you 50-50. You bring the talent, I bring the resources, and I bring the dough. I'm putting cash on the wood. That's what make money good.
Yeah.
That's what makes the betting good, cash on the wood, right?
Correct.
And then we go in this partnership together. So Now, if you already got momentum going, then I'm saying, you know what? You already hot. You got some following. You're doing a couple shows. I can't do a 50-50. That don't make sense. How about on your live performance, we do 20%? How about on your merchandise, we do 10%? How about on sales, I do 5%? So there's levels to it.
There's level to it. Yeah, so
That's
it all
why it
depends on
makes
the
sense.
artist then.
Yes, it all depends
Yeah,
on the
on the
artist.
artist, yeah.
Absolutely. And it depends
Yeah,
on
yeah.
what your momentum is and how
Yeah,
much
exactly.
you got going.
Exactly.
So it's business. It's the new way. And you should want that
Because I know a lot of artists, that they got good products, they got good music, whatever, but no following, no right guidance into the music business. You understand? And like I know that will affect the contract that you will sign with a record company.
Yes.
Like we gotta work harder with you. Like, yes, you have a good product, you got a good single, you got a good album, or whatever the case may be, but nobody doesn't know you. You don't even have 10,000 people following you.
Yeah.
You
And the game
understand?
has changed today.
And the game has changed. Everything is on following.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing because I know a lot of talented people that doesn't have a good following, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's whatever on these social medias. They don't have a following. But I know people that's not as talented but have a great following, and that's who people want to fuck with.
Yeah. Well, when I've always said that the greatest talent is on the street.
Correct.
These guys today, both male and female, listen, man, you're capable of doing your own thing right now. And what I mean by you're capable of doing your own thing, and you can create a X amount of wealth and demand so that when you go to that 1,500-pound gorilla, which is the record label, and say, you know what? I'm already making this on my own. If you want to get into my world, I need this up front.
You
And
need this
here's
stuff,
the
yeah.
here's the percentage split that I'm willing to do with you. If not, have a good life.
Correct.
So,
And one thing I learned, Mike, from a very young age, and I learned this from one of my rich friends. One of my rich friends' father, he told me the strongest negotiation is being able to walk away and mean it.
Absolutely.
You understand? And I learned that at a very young age. So when I started out, I started out from selling bicycles. I used to fix bikes. Like now I have my repair shop, stuff. But I've been doing this for years, I've been taking parts from this, put it on that, and me making money. And when it came to me to sell a bicycle that I fixed, and the person did not want to pay the price, I'd be like, no, you leave it right there. If you don't want to pay, somebody else will pay for that.
Yes.
And that's a strong negotiation point. Be able to tell somebody, okay, you don't have to buy it if you can't pay my price.
Well,
you understand?
And absolutely. And let me tell you something. The ability to say no is the strongest of all.
Yeah.
Most people are afraid.
Yeah.
But now there's something called a BATNA, and then I'm going to the educational world here. This is some of my upper room studies. A BATNA is the best alternative to negotiating an agreement. Look that up.
Mhm.
BATNA, best alternative to negotiating an agreement.
Never heard the phrase before, but look it up.
When you have a BATNA, you negotiate stronger because I have an alternative.
Correct.
But when I don't have no alternative and you're the only hope that I have, I'm at the weakest position at the negotiation table.
Correct.
I damn near have to take what you offer me.
Yep, correct.
So, as an artist that go out here and get it on their own, create their own situation and get their own momentum going, you got a BATNA. You ain't got to take that damn deal.
Exactly.
And that's why you get the deal done.
And some artists right now, they're not even doing the record deals no more.
No,
they're doing distributing deals. They distribute their music, whatever record company or whatever.
Don't even have to have a company. The platforms out there, digital
platform
platforms
is out there. Like,
and they want to come looking for you. That's what the record companies are now. So damn desperate. A lot of them, they're trolling the internet.
The table is changed.
See who's hot.
Yeah, the table is changed now.
Yeah. So they're looking for you.
Yeah.
So it's no reason that you cannot do what you want to do in the industry. But I'm gonna tell you something. People don't like to make the necessary sacrifice. Don't like to put in the hard work, and they don't listen to those that know. Quit listening to people that don't know a damn thing.
Correct.
If that person knew so much, they would be happy. They would have done it. I'm going to conclude it like this. Would you rather go to Afghanistan or to the war zone with somebody that has been there and made it back, or somebody that has never been there at all?
No, correct. I will definitely choose the person that been there and made it back. you know,
Absolutely.
like, bro, you been there, you know where to go.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
uh,
Quit relying on your homeboy to be your manager, your friend, your girl, your dude, or he paid me this, or he's smoking this with me. If y'all don't do that, he ain't gonna share that 40 with me.
correct,
That's
and
old
that's
school to 40.
and that's one of the problems that we face into with a lot of artists and a lot of even producers too.
Yeah.
Like you just getting friends to do stuff for you and this and that. Like, bro, pay a professional who's gonna do the right thing for your business. You understand?
No, you have to get professional team around you, and you have to grow that team around you. It's important, obviously, to have people that you trust, but it's equally important to have someone that's knowledgeable. Have your business in order. As long as your business is in order, then there's nothing else that should hold or hamper you up. And understand something. Don't think that you have to sell millions of records to make a hell of a lot of money today. Not true at all. You know, not true at all. You
Yeah,
could
because it's many ways. It's many other ways of making
multiple
money.
revenue streams are out there.
Yep,
If
exactly.
you know where they are, you know how to tap into them, you know how to
Yeah,
make it happen, and that's what it's all about.
correct, correct. Now, Mike, this channel is mostly based on a lot of producers follow me on this channel. So let's say a producer now has a good record. He's getting the record in the door. He's negotiating with the record company or whoever, or the artist, whoever he did the record for. What the steps that he needs to do, or what you recommend a producer to do if he has a half foot in the door, with a good record that he produced, like let's say to a big artist.
Well, if he produced a record for a big artist, he's in the door.
He's in the
Yeah, for a big artist, I mean,
yeah, but
that-
what I'm
that's what
talking
you do.
about, the negotiation have not gone down.
Well, it just depends,
This
again,
this messed me up. I mean, this
listen,
messed me up in the past with doing negotiation. I mean, I was young or whatever the case may be.
but-
Did some big records,
yeah,
but not knowing the music business. So, what's your recommendations? Somebody who don't know. Okay, yeah, I got a good record. But what's my next step?
well, the thing is this here. I'm going to back it up. First off, any hot producer should be looking for a hot songwriter. Any hot songwriter should be looking for a hot
Hot
producer.
producer. Yeah,
Now you got a record.
correct.
Okay, now you got a record. So now you want to shop a record, or you get a record in the door. The thing is that there's a long and a short to it. Because you're new booty. You're new booty. Nobody know you ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
You're not going to get what somebody that's established would get. So I'm going to tell you to take what the hell you can get, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
However, retain your home to your publishing. Make sure that you get some points. Try to get in advance. These are the things that you should look forward to. Now, there's a range on that, and it's based on who you're dealing
Who
with,
you're dealing with,
who
yeah.
you are.
Mhm.
It's things like that. Like a normal producer, would get like 3 points. Hot producer, you got up there, you get 4. I remember back in the day, I was dealing with Jam and Lewis. They was getting 6 points then.
Wow.
But it's Jam and Lewis, baby.
Yeah. Of
Take it or
course.
leave it. It wasn't nothing to talk
Take
about.
it or leave it. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
As producers, then you can get publishing deals. And I'm not going to get into the publishing game right now because there's too much game to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm going to share just a little bit of it. It ain't what you think. That publishing deal, that big publishing deal. You hear people crying about that because when you sign a pub deal, let's say somebody want to give you $200,000, $250,000 for a 3-song pub deal. You think, okay, all I got to do is deliver 3 songs and I'm out of my deal. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That song has to be commercially released. You must have done a whole 100% of your portion of that song. So if me and you do a song,
Mhm.
the writer's doing a song, I'm already reduced to a third of that song. If I wrote a third of that song as a producer.
Yeah, I understand.
What if I only did 10% of that song? That song got to be commercially released. And if I'm only getting 10% of songs, I got to do 10 songs to create 1 song. Therefore, 30 songs give me 3 songs and that same $200 publishing deal. Now, that's the extreme that I just gave you. But
Right.
read between the lines on that. But now, if you're a hell of a songwriter, producer, and artist, a pub deal is amazing because your album is coming out. You wrote every damn thing. You produced every damn thing.
produced everything,
And your
yeah.
publishing deal going to be up
Gonna
like
be up
that.
in there,
And you
yeah.
can go for millions after that, more millions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, correct.
So it's just those shorts and longs of it. But yeah, first off, and also, you need to get an attorney when it comes to your publishing because you don't know it.
Correct.
You can't tell me you know it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. I know.
As much as I know, I still use attorneys, but
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
going for.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
what I'm going to get, but
Yeah.
you know, because I've navigated these waters. But yeah, you need to make sure that those are the revenue streams that you make sure you tap into, that you are getting your publishing, that you are getting in advance, you know, that you are getting your points.
And what advance you recommend a producer gets upfront? Like what percentage?
It's
That
not, again, it's all relevant.
it's all relevant.
You have to
Okay.
understand that when you are doing an advance, you're a new guy.
You're a new guy. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
They may give you, you know, see what I can sell a record for, you can't sell a record as a new guy for.
No, I completely
So
understand
when
that.
I remember when I first got in the game and I was doing my own records, I could only get $7,500 for a record, you know, at the time.
Mm,
And then all of a sudden I was up to 35,000 when you called me.
yeah.
That I can get, and I was getting 17.5 up front. You go cut the record, and then they give you other 17.5 on the back end. This is back in the day. The dollars is different today, but 17.5 on the back end.
But you know, back then, I mean,
commercially deliver and accepted. You can't just turn a record in. It's got to be accepted.
no, correct. Yeah. They gotta approve the quality of the record. So let's say I produce a song, and you know, let's say like an artist like Drake, right, or Chris Brown, they love the beat, right? I get a call, hey, we want to use the beat. As a producer, what's my next step from there?
You send them that damn beat because they already got it. They already got it.
Yeah,
Say yes, okay.
Okay.
Then what's going to happen is they're going to send you what's known as a deal memo.
Understand?
It's in writing what they want. It's
What
got
they
to be
want.
reduced to writing.
Yeah, correct.
You got to get a lawyer then.
Okay, so you
Because
so you had
they're not your friend.
yeah.
They're not. They want your music. They're not your friend.
So you heard that. So your step is to get a lawyer,
Yeah, not your homeboy.
not your homeboy. You get that? Not your homeboy, a lawyer. All right. So, I mean, Mike, this is not going to be our first podcast. I'm really going to bring you on to the show. Definitely in the future. Is a lot of information out there, and I know that this is very helpful for a lot of producers and a lot of artists that watch this YouTube channel. And you know, given like I said, you know, I'm gonna be doing a podcast every Friday, Rock with Roxy podcast. So please look out for that every Friday. We're not gonna do this podcast any longer, right? Much longer because we don't want to extend the time. But man, I really appreciate you having you on this channel. And like I said, I will definitely have you back in so we could get a lot more information, so we could get some more information on, you know, the music business, because we can go all day. Like you said, you know, we can go all day when it comes to the music business.
I say this here. Yeah, and we'll be all over the place because it's a 360 world out there.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the agreements. I'm just talking about the music business itself. And the next time that we come on, I'll be more specific about some things.
Okay.
I'll give you a real example situation where I signed producers, the records that I did, what some of the transactions were,
Yeah.
the negotiations of it. You're going to be amazed at one particular negotiation when I signed 2 pub deals. I did 2 publishing deals for each of my producers. And one of them had one in place already. Well, they both had something in place, but I'm going to share that story with you guys, and you're going to learn something the next time that I'm on with Roxy. Roxy, it's been amazing. I know what.
That's right.
And if I can, I'll anytime you need me, give me a call. You know, whether it's once a week or bi-weekly, and we'll put a time in because I want folks to plug in because I want them to learn something.
Correct.
And I'm gonna share some information and knowledge that you'd have to be in the room to know. Period.
Yeah. You heard that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it was nice to have Mr. Mike Lee on this podcast, Rock with Roxy. Until next time, it's your man DJ Roxy. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button.
It's been a great time here, man. I love it. Thank you for inviting me out, Roxy.
That's right.
Give me some horn shit you got over there. There you go. Peace. Yeah,
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.